Hey guys, so today my video is going to be a little bit different from usual. I haven't really thought about what I wanted to say. This is just something that I've thought about a lot in general, not to make a video about, but just pondered about on my own in my spare time. I'm here today just, totally dressed down, not even bothering to put on real clothes for you guys today. But I did put on makeup, so. But I just wanted to talk about this topic because I think as somebody who is on YouTube and who has been on YouTube for so long, it is something that I can't possibly look over. And for any of you guys who have YouTubed or who have done basically anything online for a long time, you have seen it, you've probably faced it, maybe even more than I faced it, because I've been pretty lucky, I'm not gonna lie. But trolls and haters are something that we are all very familiar with. The terms, the concept, all of that. Especially for people who have an online presence of any sort, whether it's small, big, or anywhere in between. And I debated for a long time whether or not I wanted to talk about it, whether or not I wanted to address it in any way. I thought about doing a reading mean comments, responding to mean comments, because as nice as I might seem in my videos, because I generally don't get too sassy in my videos, I have a sassy side, for sure, and anybody who knows me on a personal level knows that. And part of me really wants to fire back at some of these people and say funny things in return, not to necessarily give them the time of day, not to get upset or too worked up, but just to kind of point out their idiocy and their trolling and hatred. But I mean, maybe I'll do it in the future. Let me know if you want to see that, if you think it'd be funny, or if you just think it would be a waste of time, really. I just wanted to do this video today. I just wanted to sit and chat with you guys with my almost done coffee. There is actually coffee in here, I promise. Some people have doubted in my past videos if I actually had coffee. I guarantee there's either coffee or tea in this cup anytime I have it. I have had a few videos recently kind of take off, not go viral. I mean, this isn't 2012, but they've kind of taken off and done really well in terms of views. And for the most part, I can say safely they've done well in terms of the reception as well. But of course, anytime you have a video kind of get outside of your main subscriber group, because if you subscribe, typically you're invested in the person you subscribe to and you actually care about their content. But anytime you have a video that, gets outside of that range of people, you're gonna get people who only click on it because they want to say something mean and they want to try and drag you down. And it's an unfortunate reality, but it's a reality. I experienced it for the first time in a video I posted in 2013 that has, I think, over 500,000 something views. And I do go back and read the comments. If any of you guys have commented on that one recently, it's possible that I have seen your comment, but I don't read it as often as I used to, just because, some people have really good intentions when they comment on that video, and other people really just want to hate. I had a couple other videos in September, just a couple months ago, do that as well and just kind of take off. And again, most of the reception was absolutely phenomenal. And in fact, my channel grew in subscribers as well, so a lot of you guys watching this might be someone who found me from those videos. And if you did, then that's wonderful. I'm so glad you did, and I'm so glad you subscribed. And I still do read the comments in those videos because most of the people who comment are good people and who actually, cared about the video content. But, it attracted some trolls and haters, as it does. So I'm kind of rambling, I feel like now, but basically what I wanted to talk about is sort of my thoughts on trolls and haters and the reason that I don't let it get me down, or at least not long term. I'll be completely upfront before I even say anything more. I am a human being, so of course some of this stuff hurts. I wouldn't say that a lot of it gets me upset or sad, although it does sometimes. I mean, again, I'm human, but I think my typical reaction is anger and frustration and a heck of a lot of disappointment. That's probably the thing I feel the most. Occasionally I'll post something back sassy. Occasionally I won't respond to the person because they're not worth my time, but I will post something on Twitter and respond to it, just because I want you guys to, hear the sassy remark that normally I would just keep in my head. But ultimately, I typically don't respond. So you guys may not necessarily know how I respond to these things internally. But even though I do get upset and, angry, and I feel those emotions that, the trolls wanting me to feel, even though that does happen sometimes, for the most part, I think I have a pretty okay philosophy on how to respond to trolls, and I think it's something I've built up. It's definitely not something that I had when I started YouTube. By now, I've kind of built up a sort of, I guess, philosophy, yeah, like a mindset against this type of thing, and what I just constantly remind myself. So getting around back to the main subject of this video, and why I'm not too brought down or too bothered by these types of comments anymore, it basically boils down to the fact that no matter matter what they say, whether it stings really hard or whether it doesn't sting at all, it just makes you angry, or whether it doesn't affect you at all and they've completely missed your sensitive zone, you know, bad trolling on their part. But regardless of how it affects you, ultimately, that type of comment, that type of response to you, that type of, I don't know, I don't want to say mindset because I'm not even sure half the time that trolls have that mindset or if they really believe it, but just that type of behavior, that action. It says so much about the person who posted it, and it says so much about their views on life and how they're choosing to live their life. Even if it does hurt, I'm not saying it shouldn't hurt you, because it might. What they've said is wrong, no matter what they've said. If they did it out of that type of position to judge you, to hate you, it's wrong. And they're the ones who are showing their true colors, and so their opinion doesn't matter about you. You know, if somebody tells me, you know, I've gotten comments, ridiculous comments, you have a big nose. Cool. Like, yeah, I got a big nose. Like, I didn't choose my nose. I don't care. But even if I did care that I had a big nose, which I did at one point in my life, everybody had their teen years, and occasionally I still do look at myself in the mirror and go, holy crap, that is a big nose. But ultimately, it doesn't matter, because if they're gonna point that out as something to like judge me on or something to hate me for, how shallow and stupid is that? It's 100% true. Yes, I have a big nose, but it doesn't validate what they're saying or what they're doing. It doesn't validate that type of behavior. When it comes to things that are much more serious and much more offensive, much more aggressive, much like any of that stuff, obviously report it, by the way, if you ever see any type of behavior like that. You know, even when it goes further than those shallow surface level things, when it comes to just settling that within yourself, which is something, again, you have to do, it's really good just to remind yourself that no matter how true or false or anywhere in between their observation or their opinion might be, it's not valid, because that type of behavior is not valid. It's not okay. It really says something about them and their horrible perspective on life and their horrible way of living, and it doesn't say anything about you. So that's basically all I have to say about this subject. Obviously I could say a lot more. I've talked about it with a lot of my friends who are YouTubers. I've talked about it with people who are not YouTubers, because it's just something that affects you, whether or not, again, you get really upset or angry, or whether it just affects you because it's there and because you have to deal with it. It's sad that we do have to deal with this. And again, don't like watch this and get worried that I'm getting, you know, horrible things. I don't experience near the hatred and the trolling and stuff that other people do. So rest assured, everything's okay, and I can honestly, 100% honestly tell you, these things do occasionally get me down or make me angry, but it doesn't ultimately affect me. I'm okay. But there are people online, and this is always what I'm worried about. You know, there are people who aren't as okay, or who might be going through something and it might really hurt. So I hope that whether you're one of those people who might be struggling, or whether you're okay and you might just need a little bit of advice or help, or I don't know, but I just hope, regardless of your situation, that this video might be able to help you out and to help you have a better mindset or view towards trolls and hating. Once again, I do want to reiterate that if it's something actually dangerous, if you feel threatened, always go to the authorities, report them to the social media site in question, you know, get their account if you can. Obviously you don't have full control, but do what you can to get them shut down, or to go to the authorities and protect yourself. I haven't personally experienced that, so I'm talking more so the kind of hate that probably most of us have experienced, and that's just pure stupidity, you know, trolling and insults and things like that. I kind of rambled. I don't really know how long this is going to be or how informative or helpful it's even going to be, but I think I'm gonna put it up anyway. Even if it just helps one person, then it was worth it, and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to get it out there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It seems weird to say that you've enjoyed it, but I hope you've liked the video. I hope you've at least appreciated the video. If you have anything more to add, advice or experiences or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your wonderful comments, because I can honestly say, and I'm very happy to say, that the huge majority of my comments are so nice. Even if they're not agreeing with me, even if they're, you know, criticism, it's constructive criticism usually, and that I love. Like, you can tell me that you don't agree with me, you can tell me that I got something wrong, but you know, I just really appreciate that the tone is normally so constructive, so positive, so helpful. You know, that's the thing that's missing from the trolling and all of that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope you'll stick around, and I hope you enjoy my channel. Now I'm getting kind of sappy, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon.